the Brony Show page monitor space for it all now. What?
My windows have shifted. I can't see the corner of my Steam window.
Hello, and welcome to, this is not the Brony Show, but it is on the Brony Show's broadcasting. This is not a test, this is not interference, this is the scheduled program for this hour. Welcome to the pre-show. I'm here, and there are some other people here too, including but not limited to Circuit Main.
Ha
We got Tick Stallion.
Enjoying some chips and homemade dip.
Suki.
What?
Crazy Matt Capitan.
I'm pretty sure this is just a test. Please close your books because the test begins now.
Close your books and turn to page 9.
No, this is not an open book test. You need to put your book away.
Okay. Put your book away and turn to page 9.
All right,
Could you
he gets a
imagine if it
failing
was-
grade.
Here's something funny. Could you imagine if there was a test that wasn't open book, but the test was in the book? It's like, how do you win that one?
You got to be very strategic about which page you rip out.
Or go to our good old friend 1980s photocopying machine that they've never upgraded.
True.
But that could be a copyright issue. No!
That reminds me, I need to get a good quality scanner at some point. It's a thing I need. Also, I need a better printer, because my printer kicked the bucket.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
do not go for a Canon or an HP. Those guys have started to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is about that circuit? That's all my school buys for their printers.
Of course. I bet they get a good sweet deal at the school, but then the ink costs are like ridiculous.
We actually have a contract that flattens the cost, but it's still quite expensive. It
Yeah,
also comes with free repairs.
yeah, but for the schools, I'd like to see that they do that for a freaking homeowner, freaking personal printer.
I use an Epson, or I had an Epson. I still have it. It just doesn't work anymore. I can't. Mostly it's my fault, I'm pretty sure, because like I never put away properly. Dust got into places where it shouldn't be, and I just didn't use it frequently enough for it to actually continue to function. Remember that printer that I was using to make all those prints and stuff I'd bring to BronyCon every year?
Oh, those were some nice
Yeah.
prints.
It died?
Yeah, it died. Or, well,
Oh.
kind of. It's not dead. It's just not working, and it seems to be beyond what I can do. I tried before Everfree to see if there was anything I could do to bring it back to life. I watched some tutorials and stuff, and, whenever it got to the point of what I needed to open up, it never actually showed the thing I needed to pull. And I was just like, cool, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel comfortable with this.
Take it to a
Which is
computer
exactly
repair
why-
place. They might know how to find the right things to clean it.
Well, this is exactly why James Rolfe made a You Know What's bullshit video on printers. He hates them.
I mean, they can be pretty bad, I will say. This one's been pretty good to me, mostly.
Yeah,
Now,
you
I
can
have
get
heard good things about Kodak. Fairly priced ink, from what I've heard.
you see,
Honestly, I would try to forgo the ink altogether and get a color laser jet.
The only problem with that, Epson is actually stopping all laser printer production in, I think, 2026, because they claim the laser's not environmentally friendly.
It might not be, in which case, I don't know. I mean, I never looked it up. It could entirely be plausible.
I know for a while someone was trying to develop something where you could refill your own ink cartridge.
Yes.
It's just ink wells, not actual cartridges.
Yeah, they had something. Well, that's always been the dream. I remember having a bubble jet way back, like maybe 15 years ago, maybe more. And you could actually get those refilled by just taking the carts to like a several different pharmacies, like a Walgreens, or you can even buy refilling kits where you shove a needle into it and just fill it with ink. It was actually
Wait,
kind of interesting.
Walgreens?
Really.
I would expect going to something like a Staples. No,
Now, see,
Walgreens.
the
Yeah, it
reason
was kind of weird. I think it's because they had a print studio. They basically had a photo studio, so they kind of made that as a side business.
the reason why I liked the printer I had was it had an ink tank system, which was actually pretty good, and the price of ink was actually like really reasonable. It just decided to kick the bucket because so the problem it's having is it just does not want to eat paper anymore. Before that, I had a problem where there was a clog of the ink heads, and both problems entirely my fault. Could have been avoided.
It sounds like the rollers are worn in that thing.
I don't think that they're worn. I think they're just dirty and covered in dust because there was a dust cover which I never applied to it, and it is in my bedroom, which is a very dusty place because it's the bedroom where beds are. So,
Yeah, you gotta be wary about those dusty beds.
yep.
Dusty beds will do the stuff to you.
There's
So-
got to be a way to.
I can tell you
look
some of the
into
horror.
it. It sounds like it's going to be mechanical.
I mean, if you'll let me mention one, my coworkers and I came one day in front of a Canon copier. There was toner all over the place. Why? Because the toner basket was full, and instead of calling in a ticket, they just raged through. They just ripped it out in a rage and threw it all over the place.
So
That's
basically, your coworkers
fun.
were morons.
No, it was the clients actually.
Well, still a moron.
Time to cut business with them.
Time to unpimp si preta.
It's a little hard to do that when you work for a school.
No, it's entirely plausible.
Oh, was it a teacher or a kid?
We think it was a student, but we don't know for sure.
Oh, there's no way. No, my money is on us being a student. Not a student, a teacher. It's my money's on a teacher.
Wow, Short Circuit got all three like in rocks.
It wasn't all over the place, but still, they just ripped the thing out and got toner all over themselves.
It's like, I wonder who did this. Looks
I don't
like
know.
a
I
person
mean,
with a
I
toner.
can understand the reason to accuse a student. It's just that thinking about it, there's a lot of students that wouldn't do anything like that. Not because they're smart about it. No, they just they don't see what would be the point. That's not their printer. They just do it to the librarian and they fix it.
Yeah, they just kick it and walk away.
Yeah, they're not gonna rip it apart. No, that's usually a teacher that's just got fed up because of everything going on. They just rip it out, thinking like, "Damn you, Joseph! This is why I don't grade your papers."
I mean,
When a
I will
problem
say,
comes raw,
depending on how close we are to finals,
Yeah, fine.
when a problem comes along, you must unzip it. When a problem comes along, you must rage it.
that said, I will say that like as far as like demographics of people go, I've found that college students are usually pretty chill, at least in my profession. Because like as far as like when they are passengers on a train, like they're usually they're usually pretty well researched. They know what they're like supposed to do. They're like they know the place they're supposed to be, and they are in it. And just compared to like an old person who just expects the passenger service has not changed since 1983.
Yeah, good luck with that one. Hey, Just My Mage, how's it going? We're talking about whatever.
Yeah, basically. Welcome to the pre-show. It's the pre-show. It's the show that happens pre. Christmas is coming. Just 2 weeks away, basically. Not even. Yo. Are you ready? I'm not.
No, nobody's ready.
I was trying really hard to be ready.
Nobody's
Early
ready
on.
for
Toa.
Freddy.
Toa, I can't believe I forgot this. You know what? Guys, something stupid. Okay. I'm going to go into a little story here. I hope you don't mind.
Okay.
Go for it.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
Equestrian Daily recently put onto their Discord group an AI image generator.
Oh,
really
that's
dumbass.
terrible. I hate that.
No. It's one of the dumbass ones.
Oh, okay.
It just makes stupid ass images. It doesn't do anything worthy of the prompt. It's completely stupid. but it does have some fun ones regardless. So I thought I'd do something stupid. I just went in there and I put in My Little Pony.
And what did it do?
Now, here's where it came out with this. I'm putting this in voice text insanity.
Okay. Is that? Hey, that's actually decent.
It actually is. So I mean, you can tell there's problems of the Wing Wong with it, but I actually would like to see about actually getting this properly designed and make it just like a character of some sort, just somewhere. But
You could call her AI.
Nah, I'd want to go for something a little more roll off the
Others
tongue.
are that of Rarity, Bonbon, and a little bit of Lyra.
Yeah, but no,
Bon.
just to give you an idea of just how weird this AI image generator is, you could put in something like Twilight Sparkle riding the bus, and then for some weird reason, it seems to have a landscape of a mansion with a tennis court on the roof for some reason. It's absolutely nowhere near what you're putting into it. It almost feels like you're just putting in random words, and it'll just give you random gibberish. But that's what makes it fun in a weird way. Oh my god! Actually, here we go. Here's one that I just found in there. Okay. Yeah. This is what somebody put in Twilight Inner Library with an owl. Granted, Twilight Sparkle in their library with an owl would probably do better, but this is what they came up with for a prompt.
Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a really dumbass AI generator. Granted, nobody's taking it seriously in any regards. They're just having fun with it. No, I'm with you on the AI generation, on AIR generation, especially the way some people are taking it to some really.
Yeah, I'm
really...
against it fully. I don't like it. As somebody who is an artist, I absolutely hate it. Just like I hate AI being applied into most things. As somebody who is a factory worker and also somebody who is like very deep into just railway research, and also somebody as an artist, I do not like automation. It's kind of not great. It does a lot to remove jobs. And if you're somebody like me who does not have a college degree, that's bad.
Yeah, and unfortunately, college degrees are getting harder and harder to come by without going into like massive forever debt.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I don't want to get a college degree. Because so basically what we're generally going into is every way Cole is screwed. And I'd rather not have that be the general outcome of everything. I'm trying really hard not to be, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, the one thing I did like it when AI imagery was just like really, really bad. You know, like it's like this pony does not exist, that website where you can immediately tell something is off. It's not something you could just sell on open market for giggles, but it gave you ideas for inspiration, which I thought that part was good. You know, you could throw some prompts into it. It throws a wacky image, and you're just like, that's silly. Oh, wait a minute, that gives me an idea. Like exactly like with the AI pony I created. It's like it actually gives me an idea for a fun pony we can create. Yeah, that part I like. I just like the idea where it can inspire you, but when it just becomes a profiteering machine, that's when I got a problem.
You see, and as far as inspiring goes, I can just be inspired by stuff, not just computer generate. There is a world outside. Just, can go and touch grass and see things. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. The whole AI thing, it just reeks of just tech bro junk, and I don't like any of it. Like, call me old-fashioned. And I am, believe me, to many degrees. I both am and am not. But yeah, no. I do feel like automation does have its place in some degree when it comes to, like, say, dangerous tasks or something. But when it comes to, like, oh, hey, making a funky doodle, like, come on. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is that none of the AI art is actually identifying itself as AI art. If it, like, there were watermarks, or if it was like an indication, okay, yeah, this is artificially generated, it's hiding the fact that it's AI art, which is also kind of a weirder problem.
I gotta say too, also, like, as far as unhinged drawings and stuff go, and stuff that ain't quite right, people were already making that. People can just make unhinged stuff. Like, you don't need a computer for it. I don't know. I don't like AI. Very heavily against. I think it's dumb. I think it's pointless. I think there's many more important things that we could put in our resources to. And all it really does is it takes it takes stuff, like, it takes stuff away from people who are just out there being creative and trying to just, do their own thing. Not, like, I don't know how many times I've seen posts of, phone, why the hell are you going off right now? I don't know how many times I've seen just, like, posts from artists out there who aren't even in it for the profession, but, like, are just, like, they don't know where to go from here. Because, like, if you've been training to, like, draw things for, like, years and years and years out of your life, and then some bozo comes along with, like, some stupid computer program that they've loaded a bajillion images into, and is like, Blur Heart Eater, I'm an artist because I typed in some code. It's like, and the fact that it actually gets accepted by a wide margin of people, it's just like, it's kind of fucked, and it just makes the world feel like it's careening into the abyss, which it already felt like before, but now in a way that's another way. Sorry, I really try not to make the pre-show so doomer sounding, but this is something that kind of hits close to home for me. I don't know.
Well, because you're an artist.
Well,
Yeah, an artist and a factory worker. I'm a person who is in a like, everything that, like, I can do feels like people are just, like, is just constantly being devalued, and like, at the end of the day, it kind of, you can only take so much of somebody kicking your teeth in before you finally kind of had it. So
where do I find this AI? I just want to see how stupid it does. I just want to see how stupid it is.
Actually,
if you do, not on here. Keep that shit to your own time. Not on my show. F off with it.
Just to add a little bit of brightness to the topic, chances are really good that this is just the kind of a flavor of the month kind of a situation, where it's one of those things where, because it's so, it's so unique and interesting, people are going and checking it out in droves, but eventually it's going to die down and become almost nothing, where it's not going to ever be able to replicate the true value of an artist that can actually draw exactly what you're going for, instead of putting a bunch of prompts in an AI and hope it gets it right.
I don't know.
It's the new hotness now that everyone has gone and forgotten about
NFT. It's basically kind of NFTs. It's basically free NFTs, and eventually people are just going to get tired and go on to the next thing. And that's my honest opinion of it, because I've seen this cycle repeat over and over and over with so many other things. It's no fear, literally the no fear lizard. Anybody remember that shit? Exactly.
It sounds
Bakugan
familiar.
figures. Anybody remember Bakugan?
I remember the anime.
Anybody?
I'm sorry, but I didn't watch that anime.
Anybody remember Dragonflies? The flight is might.
Oh my god, it's been ages.
Wait, is that those toys that actually spun around
Yes.
like fairies and had to be taken off market because they were dangerous?
Yes,
Boy
those.
Sky Dancers.
Those. I think
Those
AI
and Sky Dancers were both the same patent, so they both got pulled off, if I recall right. Or at least they were built the same.
they're all from the same thing. They basically work the exact same thing. It was literally the boys' version of the spinning toy and the girls' version of the spinning toy, which is a whole nother issue altogether. But I'm gonna leave that one alone. But you see, it's just it's.
I thought
I've
they were
seen this
both
pattern.
girly.
I've seen crap like this repeat ad nauseum, and it's just going to end up dying down and going away at some point. You're just going to reach that point where everybody is just tired of it because it just got so rampant, but there's nothing there. There's no soul. There's no substance.
Let's
you know-
just bring back Pogs and have
There
them
you go, Pogs!
sold- and have
Perfect.
them come back in the original state of you have to buy the milk carton to get the Pog.
Let's go ahead and play some Pogs with my early edition Yu-Gi-Oh cards and my little Pokemon ball figures that you had to throw to summon. All
Or
right.
you can buy the Pog juice, which I think does come, which it's named after, by the way.
Ooh,
I'm sorry,
Poggers.
What
Beyblade
juice?
had
The
a-
what juice?
Pog juice.
Remember
Pog.
when actual Beyblades had metal in between them?
Oh, I remember
Army
those.
members.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the metal Beyblades. Now those are like a stupid ass collector's item because apparently people think that makes them hit harder or something.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's more
yeah.
Wing too.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's actually really funny now.
This just reminded me of thinking of Beyblades reminds me of that the Beyblades are involved in something that was actually really fucking funny recently in wrestling.
Oh, what's that?
Like, so they're during the most recent WWE event, Survivor Series. Well, before that's right. No, NXT Deadline was the last one. But anyway, Survivor Series happened at Thanksgiving. They were having a match where there was 3 guys vying for a title. Two of the guys come out to the normal entrances. The third guy comes out and starts at normal, and then all of a sudden a Beyblade commercial starts on the Titantron behind him, and it seems really weird. Then it turns out the match is sponsored by Beyblade. I'm like, oh, that was fucking intentional. This guy had his entrance hijacked by Beyblade.
Oh,
Amazing.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh.
Was he at least halfway up the ramp?
He was not that far in. Funny thing is, he won the match. So he won
Oh, he got his
is
revenge. He got his revenge. Nice.
No, his real revenge is when he gets his paycheck.
Actually, thinking about 90s, does anybody remember a show called Super Dave?
No.
I remember
sounds
hearing
vaguely
about
familiar.
it, but I never saw any of it.
Okay, yeah, no, it was a really weird thing. I think it actually started as a Saturday Night Live skit, and originally it was a
Saturday
stuntman.
Night Live, when they used to be funny.
It was a stuntman called Super Dave, where he would do all these crazy stunts, but they would never go right. Oh, that explains the Pog name. Anyway, but yeah, like he would fire himself out of a cannon, but it would end up exploding with him still in it. Yeah, he would try to go over a bunch of cars with a motorcycle, but he would end up falling short and ramming into the cars. And it was a live actor, but obviously, he would have like an obvious dummy and stuff for the fail parts. The thing that I remember the most about Super Dave is he had this crazy voice. It kind of sounded like somebody who was trying really, really hard to sound like a cartoon character, but smoked way too many cigarettes at the same time. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, yes. Here we go. Here's one from here's a clip from YouTube for Super Dave doing the bungee jump.
I don't think I'll be able to play that on stream.
Okay. Well, anybody who's curious can go ahead and listen to it in the Voice Text Insanity. But it's really weird how this guy sounded and how he basically had all these comedic failure stunts. But he actually was so big that before Fox TV became the Fox Box, it still had the whole Saturday morning cartoon thing on its own. They had the Super Dave Daredevil for Hire cartoon series with this guy. Nobody remembers this guy. And it's hilariously horrible because he has an assistant, a short Asian assistant with a very stereotypical accent. It is horrifyingly hilarious. Oh my god. The video is from 2000, but no, if you actually look up the history of Super Dave, it is a lot earlier. I mean, YouTube you can upload at any time. Come on, Toa, you know this stuff. I can upload something right now. I tell you what, I'll go ahead and upload 1980s My Little Pony. It'll say
No, he was looking
2022,
at
and you can...
Wikipedia of when the show was.
Also, Cole, good job.
What?
Yeah, the release date of the show was
I see
early
what you did
2000.
there.
It was?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you
Wow.
saw it.
So
I am-
it's not 90s, it's very early 2000s. So it's got that 90s feels to it still.
Oh, weird. But oh yeah, he himself. Okay, yeah, that's where I remember him from. In Living Color, he was on In Living Color. That's why I remember him. God, I feel old. I miss In Living Color. That was fun.
Yep, one of Jim Carrey's first big breaks.
Yeah. He's the only one who who would be daring enough to wear a freaking chainmail bikini. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, that was just going off on some crazy nostalgia trip there. Wow. So how's everybody else doing? Yeah, good, cozy, ready for the Christmas holiday.
Haha, not ready in the slightest. Actually,
Yeah,
I almost
neither
finished.
am I.
I almost finished all my Christmas shopping. I just need to get something for my brother-in-law. And I think that's pretty much it. So
I haven't done any Christmas shopping, but I also don't know what the hell I would get to begin with.
For shame.
No, it's one of those things where I don't want to half-ass it, but I don't have a choice either because I don't know what the hell anybody wants, or even an idea of what they would like. I feel like I would have better luck giving them the entire ingredients for a make your own cake and calling it good. I feel like I'm the kind of person that I'm so desperate I would give them the gift card just to make it look like I actually put in an effort. Except I know that the gift cards are stupid.
People
Give them
are
the $20.
more happy to have gift cards than to get gifts that they aren't going to use.
Well, yeah, but I would just give them the $20 too, and just call it good. It's like, Merry Christmas. Here's $20. You're gonna know better what to do than I will. At least I'm not limiting you to a store chain.
that kind of reminds me of a few years ago there was a Secret Santa event, and I found the perfect gift for Secret Santa. If you have a Secret Santa event and you've got like a like at work or wherever, and you have a cash limit of about like say $10 to like $20 in that general range, if you go to Ace Hardware, within that range, you can buy a traffic cone. A traffic cone. I was this close to getting a traffic cone for somebody because I had no idea what to get them. And you know what? I regret not doing so. Because when you think about it, it'd be the perfect gift. Because what else are you supposed to get for somebody that you don't know anything about? But a traffic cone. It's something functional that nobody wants. It's perfect.
All right,
Just get a traffic cone and wrap it so that way it's very obvious that it's a traffic cone. And then when they open it to find out it is indeed exactly a traffic cone, I see no better option. Is the best thing.
The fun thing is to have it be a traffic cone, but inside has some like candy or something.
Nah, just a traffic cone. Keep
No.
it
You meta it up. You have a smaller traffic cone inside of it.
simple. Yes.
Anyway,
It's
just my
not
mage.
even a matching pair.
Just my mage, real quick. What? Just ask the people. I can't ask these people. One, I barely have any communication with some of them. The others, I could literally ask them, okay, you know what? I don't know what to do for you, but I want to do something. What would you like for Christmas? They'd go, oh, I don't want anything. I don't want to be a bother. You don't have to worry about me. And it's like, no. Tell me!
Oh,
Tell me,
aunts
you
and
harlot!
grandmas.
It's my mother!
Oh yeah.
My mother, my dad, my brother won't even tell me anything. I could probably barely get him to say 3 words to me anyway. Well, ones that are still here.
Yeah.
I
He's
literally
just the cash.
Yeah,
Just
trust
a
me.
Merry Christmas card, and all it's just signed on the inside with the cash right there.
I actually did have an idea all of a sudden, but now my brain just blocked it all, and I'm really upset now. It was actually a pretty funny idea. No, I'm gonna have to try to remember what it was now. I have to wait until I get my next paycheck anyway before I can finish up my Christmas shopping. My parents haven't quite done that. They'll still give us Christmas gifts, but at the same. Okay, here we go, guys. Here's an honest question.
Okay.
Now I did get my Christmas gift already a little bit early. Now I got some towels, that were very quickly wrapped up, almost like an afterthought. I got a reused Christmas box that was filled with a jar of preserved peaches from Sam's Club.
Okay.
I got basically a giant thing of Toblerone, and the funny thing is all of these packages came in a giant box of Toblerone boxes. So and then on top of all that, I also got a random. Now here's the weird thing that really threw me off. There was a tin. Best way I could put it is like a metal bucket, but it was actually part of my Boy Scout mess kit. Just a small pan of my old Boy Scout mess kit. Had a grocery bag into it, and in it were 2 dollar store dragon figures, a dollar store castle tower, and a dollar store wizard statue. Very small, probably made out of pewter. Now, the thing about these is I remember these because the crystal ball fell off of one of these dragons, and I managed to still hold on to it. And I left them back at the house when I moved out over 10 years ago, and they wrapped it up they basically tied it up in a plastic grocery bag, put it in this mess kit, along with everything else, and gave it as part of just this random assortment of random Christmas gifts. And I don't know how to interpret any of this. I have like really mixed feelings. Because it's like, wow, they held on to these figures for over 10 years and gave them back to me. And there's a part of me that's like, they held on to these figures for over 10 years and gave it back to me as part of a Christmas gift. Along with a little metal mess kit pop.
So it's kind of like a really clever way of going, hey, take back your shit.
I know it feels like a clever way to take back your shit, but it was over 10 years. It was over 10 years too. So I'm just sitting here like, there are so many ways to interpret this that I don't know where to begin. Should I feel annoyed? Should I be impressed? Should I be grateful? I don't know what to feel.
It does actually kind of bring about a thing where, like, just recently, my parents were going through some bedrooms back at their home, because, like, to anybody who isn't aware, I have my own place now. But
congrats, by the way.
Thank you. It's shocking to us all, especially me. I don't deserve it. Anyways, but like recently, since they were going through all that stuff, they packed up a bunch of stuff of mine and brought it over. And at first I was like, oh no, I'm already pressed for space, panic, but like honestly going through it and stuff, and like they were really careful with everything, and I'm really glad that they, like, you know, set aside the stuff that they did and brought it over, because like there's a lot of stuff that, one, I knew I had and I forgot about, and two, I don't know, there's a lot of nostalgia there too, so hey. Although they didn't give it to me in the form of a Christmas present. They were just like, hey, we got some stuff to drop off at your place. Are you home? It's like, oh, okay. Side note, there were like a lot of model trains that I kind of forgot that I had. I had like some cabooses, RDC cars, you know.
For a moment, I thought you said kazoos.
No,
As long as you haven't bought
Yes.
duplicates, that's good.
I have over the years. That this is a thing
Well,
I've done.
of those ones that were brought over.
No, no. I just have so many trains that I have accidentally bought duplicates of things. You know how I'm obsessed with the Rutland boxcar? I have bought duplicates of like the same number of Rutland boxcar before, by accident. And like the last time that it happened, it was after I made a database sheet to like keep track of what I had. And I still bought the same number again by accident, and that was because I accidentally typed it in wrong into the document.
Well, that just means that the second one is for doing a little interesting kit bash wish, right?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm keeping them for. You know, I have a bunch of duplicate numbers. I'm probably going to end up getting more because if I see a Rutland boxcar at a train show, I usually buy it. The same thing goes for like milk cars and stuff because when am I gonna find more of these? We all have our obsessions / addictions. I just chose that mine is toy and model trains.
You know, that's a good way to go. Go for it.
Yeah, I haven't gone through all of the various weird pony things that I have in a while. I could have some duplicate toys.
That is
Oh,
one thing
I know
that
I do.
that's one
Well,
thing
I
that
just
they
know that most of it's in that box right there, which I haven't been into in a couple of years. I
That-
need a shelf to put things on.
That is another thing that was like brought over was just pony toys, which is cool actually because I wanted to have them here anyways. So
The thing is, a few months ago, I got this Melia Antiqua figure finally, and I thought, oh, I ordered this over a year and a half ago. You finally decided to show up now? I'm not mad I got it, I'm glad, but it's like the shipping company took a long time to get me my damn figures, so kind of like an early Christmas gift in of itself.
that's kind of the nice thing about getting like physical things on pre-order is sometimes you like pay for it and then forget about it, and then like eventually it comes in.
Like a Christmas gift.
Yeah,
My friends
your
received
parents,
theirs.
not-
It took them a year and a half for me to get me mine. What the hell?
I had a similar issue with pre-order for from the company Rapido that does model trains. I both love and dislike Rapido because on one hand they put an awful lot of attention to detail into their model trains. On the other hand, it's a little too much because at the end of the day, when it comes to model trains, one of the things that is really key to do to keep them running is general maintenance. And these are models that are so well detailed that it is very hard to like do heavy work to them without knocking off like 12 handrails. Which is, you know, not great. And also they're like super expensive too, so anytime that like, you know, it's kind of hard to justify doing any modification to them because like, oh hey, I bought a self-propelled passenger car that cost like over $300, and do I feel like busting that open today to put some figures inside to add realism? Or do I feel like not taking the chances of breaking it horribly? So, it's I don't know. They make some cool stuff, but it does kind of like go beyond the like what is the reasonable amount of detail on a model. But then so is most of the model train industry these days. I know that's not what people come here to hear about is model trains, but hi, I'm here. How's it going? They do have some pretty good drives though, as far as I understand. I do have a bud car that needs some work done to it, though. Did everyone die?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
You're just tired from work.
I recently collected more old Lionel trains. So, you know, the 3-rail, not exactly model trains that are like, you know, that are just fun. They're bigger, they're chunkier, they're a lot more robust, and they're just fun.
At some point, you'll have to show the stream the pre-show your train.
I would love to as soon as I get it running, because like I gotten all the supplies to have a nice elaborate setup, and I've just not had the chance to put it all together yet. And that is 100% my fault because of poor time management, and also I'm just tired all the time. Yeah. To everybody else out there who's just tired all the time and that gets in the way of doing things, shouts out to you. I'm right there with you. Love y'all.
Here. I need to sweep the floor, but I'm too tired to do it.
This has been a real downer of an episode, hasn't it? Hey, Circuit, what's going on the main show?
I know we will be doing the, I know we're going to be using TKO to make a holiday shirt or something.
That's right. Oh,
From what he said.
that reminds me, quick announcement to all y'all. Next week, pre-show is starting an hour early. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. Next week is the pre-show holiday stream. The hearths warming, whatever the current generation calls hearths warming. I forgot what it was. Winter Wish Day celebration. So hey, y'all, get ready. We are going to make some delicious hearths warming cards. If y'all aren't aware of how they normally go, I should do something about that. One sec. Let me show you, in just a moment. We get the, yeah, that screen works, and I will get, let's see here. That is normally in the art folder, I think. If I can't find them in here right away, I'll just check Twitter from like 2 years ago, or a year ago. We didn't do the heartwarming thing 2 years ago. It was more recent than that. It's the yearly tradition of making a card to pass out to the masses, and by pass out to the masses, I mean post in a place so people can unfortunately see it with their eyes.
We've posted like 3 to Derpy Boru now, right?
It would be 4 because we made 2 last year.
Right.
Here we go.
Well, I think you made one, and the main show made one.
Sort of. Last year, if you recall, there was a convention that overlapped with Christmas, so we actually had but we were in control of both the pre-show and the main show hour.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That was dangerous. Why'd you let us do that?
Yeah, why did you?
I'm a dumbass person.
I appreciate it.
Were you drinking that year?
No, but I'm drinking now. Hello, Rob.
So, as you can see by what is on the screen before you, this is basically what we do. Something akin to this. This was the one from 2 years ago. With all of the most Christmassy aspects, such as tinsel, a guy crawling out of a carp's mouth, you know, everything. We of course have holly being hung here instead of a mistletoe.
Hey, Marv.
Why are we... that was just to get that tag, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We also this was the first year's.
God.
The bar she's
Oh.
holding.
The Folgers. The Folgers.
Yes. Abso-freaking-lutely.
And the search for that font.
Oh, the BB gun. What are you, crazy kid? You'll shoot your eye out.
Gotta have the Red Ryder BB gun. Also, if you look very carefully, you'll see that there's the conductor from the train movie Polar Express.
Oh, now I see it.
A bit of a very light Folgers in the background too. Yes. Getting to last year's.
That reminds me, I heard over the radio last week that people are adding mayonnaise of all things to eggnog.
I'm
going to not respond to that because that's.
How do I not recall this one's? Oh, right, pot tinsel.
yes.
There's
But
an easier
tinsel.
way to get high, kids. Eat the weeds.
We have Minty, of course, the most Christmassy pony of all. I'm surprised that took us this many years to get to Minty being on here. We have my half-child.
Your what?
My half-child. To those who don't remember, for the along with making this beautiful best Christmas card ever to be made, we also had a background challenge, which was the Secret Santa event where everybody got the Sears catalog from 1953.
Oh, that's an image from the catalog then.
Yes, somebody as their gift to me gave me half a child. Who got put into the image. Oh yes, also, of course, the message he's watching. Got fruitcake, this lovely cat in the window.
I should start writing out down some stupid ideas for this year.
Absolutely. I one thing that I'd really like to put onto a Christmas card, which is something that I wrote on cardboard and like at the very beginning of the month, and that is may your bathtub be full of carp, which I feel is an appropriate Christmas thing to say. To those who are unaware why there is so much carp in all of these, fun fact, in the Czech Republic, it is tradition to, for Christmas Day, eat carp and have it as fresh as possible. So they'll keep carp in the bath on, like, Christmas Eve. So may your bathtub be full of carp.
Oh, I remember why you
For
guys
next
took
week.
over from me.
Oh?
Yeah, I was at TrockCon because they did one in December last year.
That's right. This was
Right, they were offset because of COVID.
Yeah,
that is
I'm
true.
Still not entirely sure why they did that.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, it was fun. I'm not complaining.
I forgot that the McBoost ended up in one of these.
The what?
The McBoost.
Oh, McDonald's
How am
caboose.
I loving it?
Yep, right down here.
Amazing.
We have
Tony's wearing pants.
the Grunch, lunch, Christmassy nachos, eggnoggin,
More tinsel.
Eggnoggin.
yes, teeth, pants, hella.
Oh, the Balopa's in the background.
It is, yes. We got the Balopa. It seemed appropriate.
These are always horrifying and fun.
Such a great thing to put together. 10 out of 10. And we'll be doing it again next week. So once again, to everyone listening in, ready your hourglasses. Don't know what that means, but do it anyways. Because we are going to have a very merry Christmas stream. Tits out. Folgers up. Yeah. Yep.
Finally found them. Just in time, too.
I'm gonna have to do a master post of these on Tumblr. When the new one releases. At any rate, it's almost time for the main show. I already asked you what's going on in the main show, so I don't need to do that now.
You did?
I thought so. Or somebody already mentioned it. Sergey, what's going on in the main show? What do we got?
Oh, well, since you brought up the Christmas card, there's also another Christmas... I only had a sip of alcohol. What's going on? Since you brought up the Christmas card,
Newsflash,
figure-
Circuit is a lightweight.
Apparently, I'm lightweight enough to affect other people around me. All right. We do have the Christmas card tradition. However, there's also another tradition that has slowly become tradition around the Brony Show, and I feel it is our duty at this point to upkeep it because it also brings such hilarity and fun. Of course, we're talking about the Brony Show Christmas shirt, where we will come on to TKO together, draw, and come up. You know what?
I'm sorry.
We will go. We will go.
Cole beat me to it.
You have a very mature group of people you've gathered around you, Circuit. I hope you're aware.
That's exactly why I'm ready for this, because yes, I'm also getting ready for this by liquor, but no, I'm really we are going to be doing what we
liquor,
do.
never sicker.
Yeah. So back to point, if I can ever get to it. The whole goal is to make a Christmas shirt, which we will hopefully maybe one day get somebody out there to actually make an official art of, and then somehow find a way to put it onto a actual storefront that you can go ahead and buy it, which will probably never happen because I am both lazy and very lazy. Not in that order.
It's okay, me too.
But in any case, it's still a fun tradition to try to do it anyway because we get some great prompts and Christmas images, and maybe one day one of them will be just enough that will actually pull us to actually do it. So then, yes, we are going to be doing the Brony Show Christmas shirt on TKO. Thanks and courtesy to Cold Dust, of course, for letting us use this TKO to set it all up.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
And other than that, we still have the same Brony shenanigans. We have news, of course. Going to be talking about the Tell Your Tell episode with the Pipsqueaks. We finally actually get to talk about the Pipsqueaks in further detail.
Oh, is that
Heaven help us all.
Is that the one with the beard?
It's the one with the beard.
Okay. I was just looking at gifts of that one. I thought we already covered that. Thankfully, I didn't grab from there.
Nope. In fact, we did the one just well, of course we did the one prior to it previously. Nope. We are doing it this week.
I do think that's a couple weeks ahead, this Pip gif, but I feel like Pip eating bread is just something that the world needs to see and appreciate more, so there we go.
Well, we also have Izzy eating cookies, so you know what? Whatever makes you happy.
Hella. Which reminds me, we looked way too deeply into I can't remember who was in the call at the time. I think CMC was. I know Feather was. We were looking way too deeply into the eating of the cookies in the Make Your Mark special.
Don't Make Your Mark or Tell Your which one? The Make Your Mark or Tell Your Tale, because they're
Make Your Mark. So they had little cookie versions of themselves.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, please continue.
And yeah, it was we basically just spent way too long like looking at and examining how eaten the cookies actually were. And they did a pretty
Don't-
okay job in making sure that the cookies were actually like had bites taken out of it like most of the time. But there was like a couple of questionable moments where it's like, did is there actually a bite taken out of it? Or we were looking way more hard at it than we really should have.
I don't think I was in the call when that happened, but I can understand why, and I do know that when Hitch goes and sits down with the critters, he's dropping a few bits for the critters.
Oh, that's the detail.
Enabler.
So yeah, stay tuned for the Brony Show after this.